Welcome in to Mystery Fifth Hour. I am Emily Grace McCorder, Rocky,
Good.
Taylor Corn, and Lance Taylor. As always, presented by McCurry. Need a car, van, or truck? Rent from McCurry. McCurry Van and Rental is the local rental company you can depend on. We have all kinds of vehicles to choose from, including trucks, SUVs, and passenger vans. Make it easy to rent, helping you get in and out fast. Now with locations in Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, and in Coleman on 2nd Avenue, and big update, soon to be in Tuscaloosa on Skyline Boulevard. Call and reserve your rental today, 256-559-1003, or visit McCurryRentals.com. I'm excited today.
Good.
Because
I have no idea what's going on, by the way.
tonight?
Typically, we roll into this and we
Yes.
have an idea of what the Mystery Fifth Hour topic is. I got no idea.
And I love that. Auburn does play basketball today, so that's why Taylor's excited.
Is that why you're excited?
I mean, that could be part of it. Rocky, why are you excited today?
I'm just
Anything?
excited because it's Friday. I mean, it's Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
I mean,
is.
it's random day. It's
Yeah.
It's there's no date. This is timeless right here. But no, I'm always excited. Beautiful day outside.
Why are
Not
you
really.
excited today?
I'm excited because I get to sit home and do absolutely nothing tomorrow on a Saturday.
I might be going to the New York Butcher Shop after this.
Yeah, I am too.
Oh, you are?
Yeah.
You said it so slow. They said New York. I might be going to New York. Like, hey, I'm going to decide.
I'm going to see a movie tonight, but I am going to do steaks around the movie, so I can't decide what time I'm going to go to the movie, but I'm going to do steaks before or after.
Yeah, that's
so I'm
fun.
going to New York Butcher, but I can't wait to sit home and just watch college football with no interruptions, not
Besides your
traveling.
dogs.
It's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. I feel like it's going to be a good weekend ahead. For all
Yeah,
of you.
guys.
Good vibes.
Good vibes.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Why are you excited?
I'm just excited to be here.
You're just excited about life, right?
Yeah, just excited about life.
Okay.
Get to rank things with you guys.
Rank.
Yeah. What more could you
I
ask?
know.
You dropped the clue.
Friday afternoon. So we are going to rank different things, and the scale is it's 1 to 3, 1 being the best.
Okay.
And number 12 graciously makes this for us each week. And I think I haven't looked at all of them, so this is kind of a surprise to me too. And we're just going to go down the list and discuss and potentially argue with each other why our pick is better.
Okay.
Okay. So we're not going to do the actors because I do think that me
I
and
don't know
you
them.
wouldn't be great at that one.
I wouldn't know any of them.
So instead, we're going to start things off. This is a fun one. We're going to rank these jobs based on what you'd be the best at doing. First being the best for us personally.
It's going to be tough.
Okay.
Never really done anything else.
We have a limo driver,
Oof.
courtroom sketch artist.
Oh, God.
Wait, what is that?
You would draw like
draw the
the
people on the
witness.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the thing?
What is what is the purpose behind that?
Most of the cameras are not allowed in the court.
Yeah, I think it was kind of a,
It's like a traditional thing.
yeah, it
Okay.
became something that was from way back when you didn't really have pictures.
And now you just
Yeah, and I don't think the defendant I don't think they really give a shit what they are sketched like. I think it's more like, if I get off, I'm cool.
Yeah.
I mean, I would want to see it afterwards.
Would you?
Yeah.
Well, they put it on the news.
Yeah. A self-portrait for free.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. I'm going to tell you that. But
Well, okay. The last one is dental assistant.
Real quick, limo driver number 1.
Yep.
Number 2 God, I can't draw for anything, so I have to be a dental assistant. Number 2, I can't stand the sucker thing.
Yeah.
And having to look at people's mouths all day with their breath. Just I know you wear a mask, but just having somebody's hot breath on you all day. But I can't draw for crap. I would not be a sketch artist.
Yeah, the good news about the limo drivers, you're away from your clientele because
There's a partition.
there's all the way in the back. Lloyd Christmas was able to do it in Dumb and
Bitch to
Dumber.
park, though.
It would be a bitch
Yeah.
to park. I would just make sure that I found plenty of parking, never had to parallel that. So that would be one. That would be tough. Number 2 for me I think I would go with the sketch artist, the courtroom sketch artist, because I'm like Rocky, I couldn't do people's mouths. Like I've had like 50 cavities. I had a ton as a kid. I hadn't had a cavity in forever, knock on wood. But I remember going as a kid having cavities and they were like, well, you got a really good, this sounds bad, you got a really good mouth, boy. But they were like, you've got a clean mouth. And I'm like, if I've got like 3 cavities on one tooth, what do other people's mouths look like?
Right.
So I would have to skip that. That would be dead last.
I would say probably. Okay,
Unless the dentist was Jennifer Aniston, and that's another reference from another time.
Okay. Interesting.
Noted.
You've never seen
No, I don't even know
Horrible
what you're about to
Bosses?
say, but no.
So Charlie Day was a dental assistant, and his boss, who the dentist was, you've seen it, Rocky, right?
I've seen the scene. I haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, she's the dentist, Jennifer Aniston,
She's a
and
little
she is
sexually aggressive.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
very I don't know, how should we say, very inappropriate sexual harassment on the job site.
Jennifer Aniston?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would say one, dental assistant, because I tried to be a dentist for half of my first semester of freshman year at Auburn.
No, you did
That's
not.
my favorite
Yes, I
lore
did.
about Taylor.
Oh my God, I never knew that.
Yeah, you did. We talked about this. Remember, we got in a fight about if a dentist is a doctor.
Yes.
Oh, dentist isn't a doctor.
It is.
A dentist, so
Is a doctor.
I
They
do
can
remember
prescribe
this
things.
argument. Now, I don't remember you saying that you were thinking about going to dental school. Maybe
Yeah.
I kind of do now. So do you think that a chiropractor, are they doctors?
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah, I think they are.
do they go to medical school?
Okay. Better yet, do you think an orthopedist is a doctor?
Do you think
I don't
that
really know what an
only
orthopedist is.
surgeons are doctors? Do you fall into that category of like? If
Oh, I think internist. I mean, I think if you're like, I don't know. There is a fine line. I went to a wedding. I think I've told this story before. And this chick came out as Dr. Not going to throw her name out there. And I was like, with the old girlfriend, I was like, wait, she's not a doctor. She's like, well, she's not an orthopedist. What was she? What are they called?
Physical therapist.
She's a physical therapist. Very good.
Thank you.
She was like, she's a physical therapist, so she's actually a doctor. And I was like, I gotta. So right when the ceremony's over, I ran and I called Reed's brother-in-law, who's physical therapist. And I was like, do you consider yourself a doctor? And he started laughing. He's like, no, we're not doctors.
Okay.
Interesting.
So-
Well, dentist is a doctor.
Okay, I disagree.
Okay. Well, we can. I'll post. a
You
poll on Twitter
would have
after.
hated that, by the way.
What made you bail?
I started failing every single one of my classes.
Tooth hurts.
Do you have steady hands? Because I know you like to party, and like without a cocktail, it'd have been tough.
I don't have to. What do you mean? Without a cocktail at work?
No, I'm talking about like if you woke up the next morning, like you had
and
a
I
rough
been
night.
drinking.
Yeah.
Well, if I was a dentist, I probably wouldn't go out on work night.
Probably.
Yeah,
I like that.
I would
You gotta
hope.
leave the door open.
You would just take the nitrous yourself.
No, I don't know. I don't know if I would be good at it, but that's why that. So I used to be a really good driver.
Used to be.
Yeah, I was.
We've seen your car beat the hell and back.
Yeah, so I don't know what has happened, but in the past year or so, I've gotten in 3 wrecks. Well, one was a hit and run, so that's not a wreck, but my car is beat.
So you actually hit somebody and ran?
No, they hit me and ran. That's happened to my driver's side door. It's all messed up. So I don't know if I should drive a limo because my car is not
A
very
lot of real
big.
estate to drive around.
And then, see, the third one, whatever that
The
draw,
sketch artist.
yeah. I think I might fall asleep, but I think I could also fall
Court
asleep.
is very boring.
Well, we don't
driving
want you to
in-
fall asleep driving. That would be
No.
a problem.
You just draw a
That's-
bunch of Z's.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like I could fall asleep.
Boring. What about drilling somebody's tooth?
Well, if I'm like doing something, I'm not gonna fall asleep. I don't know how far I would be driving the limo, but I'm not supposed to drive long distances.
You gotta put that in your application.
Yeah, I'm not
Drive
supposed
long
to.
distance. I
A
got
local
16
limo
blocks in me.
driver.
Yeah, so I think both of those I would rank as 3. I think
So
that
you don't have a 2 spot. It's just like
I can't
Yeah.
draw. And
You
I would
seem
get
like you could
sleepy.
draw.
yes. Okay, so
Yeah.
I would do courtroom artist because I love knowing like what's going on in there. The courtroom gossip.
What if
It
it's
should
just
have
like a
been- it should-
stupid case though?
It shouldn't have
True.
been a courtroom sketch artist. It should have been a nude model sketch artist. So all you do is male and female nude.
No, I
Oh,
would
well,
no,
that'd be
I
tough.
would be so just
Y'all never heard my story about, I know Rocky's heard this. So when when Leighton was born, I was doing community theater. And
the theater.
the theater. But our director down there, after I got done doing that, he reached back out to me and he's like, hey, I'd love for you to pose for a painting I'm doing. I was like, this is odd. And I was like, well, what are we talking? He's like, I'll give you $600. It's like 3 days.
You
It's
just
like,
sit there still for
It gets better.
it gets better.
naked.
And I was like, 3 days, and he's like, it's like 4 or 5 hours per day. And I was like, damn, that's a lot, but $600 way back in the day. I was like, okay, we'll work this out. So then I was like, where do I need to be? And he's like, my studio apartment or whatever. And I'm like, what do I need to wear? And he's like, well, it's gonna be a nude. And I was like, excuse me?
Wow.
He's like, yeah, it's gonna be a nude.
I don't understand what the purpose of that is. Like, why
It's
do
art,
people?
Taylor.
I think he wanted to see my junk.
Yeah.
I don't think we were gonna post anywhere. Like,
Where are your brushes? I don't have them yet.
Yeah.
Theater people are kind of weird. Like, not to blanket statement theater people, but I feel like some themes can get involved in the theater.
Yeah.
That is.
He was a really good director. He's passed away like in the last year, but I was like, man, you're a good dude, but I'm gonna pass on this project.
Yeah.
So anyway, back to Rocky's drawing the nudes.
Well, I think that'd be.
It seems a little detailed too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You gotta have good vision too. You gotta be really focused.
I think I would do dental assistant second because I think scrubs are cute to wear to work.
Good.
So.
Well, you don't have to put a lot of thought into it, you know.
But we don't either.
Yeah, no, we don't.
I don't. I wear the same
Maybe I'll
exact
start wearing
thing every
scrubs.
Friday.
Why not? Is there a rule you can't wear scrubs if you're not a doctor?
No, but like, no.
That's a good bracket challenge. Whoever loses has to wear scrubs for a year.
That would be pretty good.
year?
That would be good. So I'd probably do that second, and then third would be the limo driver because one of my pet peeves in life is like if I'm driving and there's like loudness around me or chaos, I'm just like, shut up.
You wouldn't like it'd be like a 9-year-old girl's birthday party.
Yeah.
Because, like, not a lot of people use limos anymore.
I'd be like, okay, no more Taylor Swift, no more music. Sit down in your seat, hands underneath you.
Hey, Ralph, our Johnston RV shout out, our RV driver from last week. I don't know. I'm guessing Ralph is like 80. I don't know.
No, I feel like he was younger.
No.
He looks good for 80 then.
Yeah. Ralph's a great looking guy. But we had this playlist on, and we were having a hard time getting it to work, and we finally get the music going. And he's kind of turned around in Tuscaloosa, and he's like, can you please turn the music down? And I'm like, it's not going to help you find our location. It's the oldest thing in the book. I remember the parents are like, you're going to have to turn it down. We can't find where we're going.
I turn the air down. If I get overwhelmed, everything goes off.
Wait, then don't you start getting sweaty?
Well, but it's like the noise of it.
It's the noise. If you have it on high,
I'm like,
you get overwhelmed.
Just stop.
I'm with you on that.
Thank you.
Yeah, you would have hated some of our party buses back in the day.
I would.
Yeah.
I'm not a party
bus.
bus. I get car sick too. So.
I love a party bus.
So I was holding somebody's hair at 10:30 a.m. last weekend because it wasn't from drinking, it was from motion sickness.
Yeah, see that I couldn't do that, and then you're trapped on this. No.
Something.
Okay, this next one, I like this one. I think I'll know some of our answers. Rank these animals based on how interesting they are to observe without any threat of suffering bodily harm. So you can get near them, nothing will happen to you.
Okay.
Grizzly bear, great white shark, Barbary lion.
I don't know that. What is that?
What is a Barbary lion?
Just say lion.
Lion.
I would be great white shark would be one I'd be around. I'm fascinated, but terrified, but I've seen people swim with them.
I want to swim with them.
I have never seen somebody around a lion or a bear, so pick the way you want to die.
No, but this you don't die. You get to just be up.
So they're heavily sedated.
Yeah.
They're all
Oh, okay. I thought you said you had to like be up on them. What would be the least risky for you?
Oh no, this is like you just get to go observe and hang out with a great white.
Shark would be number
lion.
one in that case still because I'm fascinated by them. I think just based on the, boy, this is tough. Because obviously there's bears around here. There's not grizzlies, so to speak.
Grizzlies are massive. I would see a grizzly. Grizzly and great white. I don't really care. Lions aren't that big. They're
But
big.
the king of the
they're-
jungle, but
yeah.
I mean, they're indigenous
they're not,
to other parts of the world.
The mane. Seriously, the mane is what, like, what's that? They don't have a mane if they have low testosterone, I think it is.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So if it's a maneless tiger, that means he ain't got no sex ability.
Well, I thought the maneless tiger was the female.
Female tiger, but there are maneless tigers.
Female lions.
lion.
The lioness.
They don't have manes because they have low testosterone. I think that's what it is. I may be completely wrong. But no, grizzly bear would be number one because they're massive, like their paws like this big. Like
Yeah.
to be able to sit by one and not have it threaten me, we just talk about.
So I say a lot of dumb
Forest
things on the show. One of the dumbest things Dunaway and Brown ever said was I brought up grizzly bear. We were talking about dark web or something, and you could actually watch a grizzly bear fight a silverback gorilla. And they were like, we would take the silverback gorilla. And I'm like, a grizzly bear, like I never saw the video. I've never been on the dark web. I don't even know how you get there.
Wait, why
I
would that
have
have to be on
actually
the dark web?
been on the dark web.
No, because they actually, like in Russia, they've got these underground
rings?
circuits of things like that where people bet on it.
Okay.
But a grizzly bear would completely dominate a silverback or basically anything out there. Because like Rocky said, their hands are like
claws.
14 inches
They're
long.
massive.
And the teeth.
And they're very big.
They're very big. My shark would be my last. Sharks are my biggest fear.
But if you knew nothing was going to happen.
But you also got to be in scuba gear and a snorkel and all that.
I still
jazz.
don't enjoy them. I don't like them. And I think that even if I was around it and it didn't hurt me,
It would just freak you out.
I think that it would make me more scared
Yeah.
because I would see how massive it is, and like that thing could just swallow me.
I think the adrenaline and the high you would get, like if you were in a cage knowing
wanna
that
do
you
that.
couldn't be touched, it'd be
But have
kind
you
of
not seen the cages that like
Yeah.
break?
Yes.
Yeah.
And then that I would die from panic. I think.
Yeah, I would too.
The other two, I mean, I guess a bear, number one. The other one too, I don't really care about. Like, I don't care about those things. I care about sharks because I'm scared anytime I'm in a body of water that's not a pool that I'm going to get eaten by one.
Lake?
Yeah, I am terrified of the lake.
Okay, if I defanged a rat, big rat, and defanged a snake, and you have to be in a sleeping bag for an hour with one of the two.
Rat. All day.
I wouldn't. I
rat.
wouldn't.
No,
I would
you have to. It's gun to head.
I
rat.
wouldn't. I would.
Okay, so the rats, I mean, the fangs are gone. The snake's not going to bite you.
I don't care. Those things are so disgusting and scary. Oh my
I
god.
think I'd
hate
go
'em.
snake.
I'd go rat because at least
I
they're
think I'd go
soft.
snake.
But then it can
At
like
least they're so-
wrap around your
kinda-
neck.
Those
and-
tails.
Yeah.
Oh.
The snake though, that's
I just feel like the snake's a little cleaner because it shed a skin sooner than later.
I don't care the cleanliness at that point. I'm just like,
No,
get
I
me
wouldn't
outta
do
here.
it. I would do it. I would literally do anything besides get in that bag.
Would you get? Would you swim with a shark?
Like I don't know.
Drive a shark in a limo?
I would drive a shark in
Yeah.
a limo while I had to draw a courtroom.
ooh. I would go great white, followed by. Oh, have y'all seen that video of the lady that the bear comes up to her door like every day?
No, but
And
I've
she's,
seen the
like, house
documentary
trained to-
Grizzly Man. Have you seen Grizzly
haven't
Man?
seen Grizzly Man.
It's
Good- it's a really
dumbass.
good ending. Good.
Did you see it?
I've heard about it. I haven't seen the whole thing.
Oh, I've
I
seen
know-
it's a great documentary. So, dude decides to go live on the land and film grizzlies up close
Mm-hmm.
and personal. And his girlfriend comes with him, and everything's going pretty well until the last scene, and the grizzlies eat him and his girlfriend.
Oh my gosh.
Like, legitimately
So
true
who-
documentary.
Who?
They found the footage when they went to look for him.
And they just used it.
Oh yeah.
Then we get a documentary.
Oh, I think I go lion over grizzly because lions are fascinating. That means I get to go to Africa too. I'm assuming.
I think a lion would kill you quicker too. I'm saying if you had to go that way.
Yeah, if honestly, I think what would kill me the quickest would probably be a
Shark. It can literally just swallow you.
maybe a shark, depending on like what I don't know.
It can.
That's a good question. Maybe.
Teeth.
Yeah.
Now,
they're so-
speaking of
so
the
sharp.
dark
so
web,
rough.
Yeah.
okay, so there was a kid that I went to school with, and now he is like very successful in life. And he had this laptop that he like had all this software on, and he would go access the dark web just for fun.
Yeah, you got it.
Just
But I
to
don't
like,
understand the dark web really.
and truthfully, I don't really understand it either. But you can't. It's not like you can't Google like, "Hey, the dark web." It's like another.
It's this.
Yeah.
Everything's sketchy. Like if you want to buy a child,
yeah, or like buy organs.
if you want to buy a sex slave, like
Yeah.
that. It's the stuff like that where that's
So,
anything that you can think of dirty and bad.
and scary.
Yeah.
girlfriend studied
hit.
software, and so she had to. One of the things they had to do was go on dark web to check things out. So
Yeah.
she's told me some stuff about it.
You can.
I would like to hear that.
You can buy like a murder. So you could.
Yeah.
A hitman. But I'm pretty sure you could get on.
You can buy
Craigslist.
Taylor Corn's information on the
Yeah.
dark web.
Oh, I got an email in college one time that they sent me it was actually really creepy. They emailed me all of my passwords to, I can't remember what it was, but they were the correct passwords to all these accounts. And they were like, we have like these things of you, and if you don't wire me all this money, we're gonna like post your passwords and post like all this stuff. And I knew the stuff that they were saying wasn't real because it doesn't exist, but it freaked me out.
Yeah.
And in Auburn, I would always check my email if I woke up in the middle of the night hoping that I would see my classes were canceled.
I love that.
And so I saw it in the middle of the night at like
That's why. So you were like us back in the day. Snow days, like it's snowing, so we'd listen to the radio.
Yeah.
Edgewood Elementary is
You're
canceled.
like,
and we go
yeah,
nuts.
everyone goes crazy. Yeah, so I got up, I woke up in the middle of the night for some reason, so I checked my email and I saw that, and I did not sleep the rest of the night. My sister's husband is he does cybersecurity, so he
he knows
knows
all
like
about it.
everything. And I called him and I was like, I'm really sorry, this is an inconvenient time, but I'm freaking out. And he was like,
Oh, he does that. So can he hack?
I've never asked him to. I'm sure he could. He's
I
very
never
smart.
asked him to.
I haven't.
Always a first.
Yeah.
Yeah, we can figure it. We can
Wow.
That could be interesting. We could all try and hack something and see who does the best job.
Lance would not do a good job, I don't think.
But hacking, no. I finally forwarded that text, by the way.
Okay, let's do rank these way to perish based on how miserable they'd be. 1 being the most painful. The outcome can't be reversed or avoided no matter what order you choose or explanation you give.
Wait.
Okay.
So you can't like, oh, I would never drown because
I can swim.
or like
Yeah.
I have an inner tube. Drowning, burning, or starving.
God almighty. 12 did these?
These are very morbid.
Most painful. Like 1 is the most painful.
Yeah.
1 would be burning. 2 would be drowning. I think because drowning, you don't know the sense of panic you have.
I agree.
When you're at that point where you cannot get to the surface.
Yeah, I almost think you'd black out though.
Yeah.
The only thing about the starving, and I kind of agree where you're going, like number 3, but how prolonged it would be. It would be like 2 months of just
But you're
fading
going to be
away.
so weak by then. You're going to be seeing your head starts messing with you if you don't have.
But the burning and the drowning is going to go within a minute.
I thought burning takes a minute.
Burning takes a hot minute. Like it's not. You're not going unless you're put in an incinerator. If you're just
Literally
lighting
a
on
hot
fire with
minute.
gasoline,
literally a hot
it's going to take a while to take me down.
My biggest fear, and I've shared this with y'all. Well, I have 3 fears. I guess it's roaches, being kidnapped, and my car driving off of a bridge into water. And like I have a recurring nightmare that my car, I'm driving and I go off of a bridge.
Do you not roll down your window when you hit the bridge?
Oh, of course I do.
Okay.
Wait, I used to have a
Boy, we got a new Dunaway in here.
No, okay.
Do you like really grip the steering wheel real tight?
Yeah, no, I grip
Do you
it
get sweaty?
sometimes.
Yeah.
It's worse over rivers, not like over like the ocean. Like if I'm going
Why?
to
Because you think you can a little visibility with the ocean?
I don't know,
Because
but
rivers
like
are flowing. Like they're
rivers freak me out. I just don't like them. They're murky and dark.
You're okay with a lake though, right?
I don't love a lake,
Really?
but I love the ocean. The lake just freaks me out because
You don't know what's around you?
no, it's more of on the lake, other people's stupidity can affect me way more than like at the beach.
Whoa.
There's like more liability on the lake.
Well, I think it's closer proximity. You don't have as many boats in close to the coast.
Right. That's my thing is boats in the lake and like people our age drinking on the boats.
Yeah.
I've been in like one situation on the lake where I was like, this is getting pretty sketchy. I don't know how to drive a boat. I hope my parents aren't watching this.
So you just jumped off and swam?
No, I just was the loser that had like the life jacket like pulled up to my
She's in a
chin.
pontoon boat with a paddle, trying so hard to move that thing.
But
That's when you need to lay it down and say, hey, look, here's the deal. I don't give a shit what you're doing, but take me back
yeah, right
now and
That
drop
was
me off.
that was like, okay, I'm
I
done.
know that's uncomfortable, but it's
No,
way
but
to
it's
way
what
to
you
do
have
it.
to do. It's what you have to do.
Y'all are so mature.
Especially like driving recklessly.
Ted be like, hey, I'm doing a shot, you're doing another
Wear a
shot.
captain's hat.
Like done away at the floor band.
Anyways, all I have to say, like my nightmare that I have, like once every 2 months.
So you'd be fine with drowning in the ocean. Drowning in the river would be awful
But
for
like
you.
in a car, like in my dream, it's like I finally I drive off or like the bridge is like broken, and like in my dream, it's like, oh my gosh, it's finally happened. Like this is not a dream. You
Like,
just
and
and it's a dream.
So that's recurring?
It's that's like my stress dream.
Okay, I used to have a reoccurring dream about being kidnapped when I was little, and it was in me and my mom and my sister were at the summit, and we were driving in my mom's old SUV, and I was in the back in a car seat. We were stopped at the light that you either turn, or I guess the only option is to turn to 280, and we were stopped at that light, and some man comes up and jumps into the car, and my mom
scary.
jumps out of the driver's seat. My sister jumps out of the passenger seat and starts running.
And they forget you?
And I can't get myself out of my car seat because I don't know how to undo it. And
Scary.
it was, but I could also, it's weird because in the dream, I can see my mom and my sister, and I can like see them, and they call, and they're like, it's a silver car, and it has this sticker on the back, whatever. It's like I can see them.
So
And
they
then-
had your back, right?
Well, they like went and called, and they were like, can you go try and find my kid? But I was like, why didn't y'all just get me? But that was my recurring nightmare. It was awful, and I would cry.
I just don't like anything scary, truthfully.
Would you wake up crying?
I don't know how many people
I
do.
hate
Well,
bullets.
some people like scary things. They like adrenaline.
Oh, I love
like
adrenaline.
That wasn't the right word. I don't like anything dark, scary, twisted, weird.
You need to watch 7 tonight.
No, I feel like it's scary. It's probably scary.
That's about numbers.
I hate numbers too.
Yeah.
I
numbers
mean,
are great.
you are very well versed in the Bible, right?
Yes.
7 deadly sins.
Oh,
So-
is it like all of the?
So I guess that's John Milton's Paradise Lost, right? Is that right?
I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, 7 deadly sins. What is it? Gluttony, pride,
Glutton, yeah.
glutton,
Sloth, envy.
greed.
This is a really fun episode of Misery Fifth
Vanity.
Hour talking about.
Well, I mean,
how to die.
number 12 is the one that got all morbid on us.
Okay,
Which way do you not want to die?
I would
So-
rather live, I think.
You vote Livin.
Yeah. Okay, so wait, what does everyone think? I would go drowning would be awful, burning. and
Burning
then-
would be the worst, and drowning, and then I guess I would starve myself to death.
I think burning would be the worst too. I think if I
At least you get to see yourself lose weight the whole time.
No, but I think
Progress back.
starving. I think that I would just end up sleeping 24/7 because
That's
I would
true.
have no energy. Like, yeah, you would have a headache and not feel
Hangry.
good, and I don't know what happens to you mentally, but I think that I would just end up sleeping a lot. So I don't think it would be as painful as
You lose your
burning.
equilibrium. You like fall down. You can't really think straight.
Oh.
Like you gotta it's.
But I guess if you,
But you do get a 6-pack a day, so.
I guess if
You
I
look good naked for a while, and then it's gonna look rough.
yeah, but that's the
Okay.
best of the worst.
Rocky, you gave your.
Burning, drowning, and then what was the
Starving.
Yeah, I think that's pretty.
All right, we're gonna wrap with
Consensus.
this one, and I think we'll get a lot of diverse answers. Rank these decades based on which era you'd want to replicate most for the next 10 years. So we bring back one of these until 2033. The
Okay.
70s, the 80s, the 90s.
I'd go 80s 1, 90s 2, 70s 3. They all have interesting little
I don't know much
things
about
like the
history.
70s was a big disco era.
Okay.
And again, for the record, I've never done cocaine in my life. But it's like the 70s was cocaine started, the 80s is where it blew up. And like clubs were like a huge thing back then. Like clubs aren't we have some like good, I guess, bars, I would call them.
Yeah.
I don't think we have the clubs we used to have back in the day.
Dancing.
Yeah. And we even had those in the 90s here. Like we had places like the Studio, the Circuit. And it was an interesting time to be alive. You guys don't know this. That's why I'm speaking like that. Rocky was around.
Yeah.
But I would go 80s best, 90s, and then the 70s. But I would go back to Studio 54. If I could go back to 70s right now, if you put me here right now and you were like, it's 1978, I would book a trip this weekend and go to Studio 54. 100%.
Okay.
It's a tour. It's a tie between 80s and 90s at one, and then 70s. Because I mean, I had nothing to do with this. I was born in '81, so the music 70s seems.
But you don't like 80s music, do you?
I don't. But I like 80s cartoons and cheesy movies and that kind of stuff. But music was all right. There was Metallica. There is different bands that came out. You don't have to.
That's the thing is you've got a
New
fine
wave.
line in the 80s of 80s pop and 80s rock.
Mm-hmm.
And I like both. And that's why I just thought the genres then were the music then was really good.
Clothes were rough in the 80s.
Ooh, I love a shoulder pad.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Jelly
so-
shoes,
Puff sleeve.
So
banana purse.
Not banana.
So in 6th grade, one of the worst years of my life, in our laundry room,
Was that William Weast?
my mom would put, we had this nasty laundry room, but she would fold clothes and put them all in this like just constant piles of just like we were supposed to take them to our rooms, we never would. We were late to school, and this is the day where you would wear, back in the day, boys would wear like an extra large shirt with over a turtleneck or like a long sleeve white shirt, because if it was cold, you just wear one of your big t-shirts, put on the
Turtleneck.
yeah, like this, like what Taylor's doing. Put a long sleeve shirt on, then a t-shirt over it. We were in her and it was cold, and I didn't have a sweatshirt or anything, so I put this turtleneck on and put a t-shirt on over it and went to homeroom, and girls were snickering and guys were laughing, and I was like, what is going on? And somebody started patting my shoulders. They were sewn in shoulder pads.
No.
It was not I think it was my mother's shirt, so I had to wear that all, because it was freezing outside, and it was like a tight shirt that I couldn't wear. So I had to go all day 6th grade with big old shoulder pads.
Aw, Rocky.
That
So
explains a lot.
And that was probably 93, 92. It was not fun.
I'm sorry that happened to you.
That's okay. It's not all your fault.
When I was like 5, I went to a place called Fantastic Sam's. You guys
Like Sam's Club?
know? It was a haircutting place. Do you remember it? And the chick curled my hair because she thought I was a girl.
That's pretty good.
That is humbling.
That's a kick in the dick, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least you can just straighten it though.
Yeah, I mean.
Can't straighten your pride.
Yeah. I don't know really much about any of these times. I don't think that I would do well, which I'm not going to complete that sentence because I think that I would be embarrassing myself. I don't really know anything about these
Just say it.
decades. Well, no, but I think that I would be best in the 90s.
Answer the question, Claire.
You don't
get that, do you?
last time, I don't know what that means, but I did this same thing a few episodes ago. I just changed the whole game and played my own. I think if I had lived how we've lived right now and then I had to go back, I think that I would be best in the 90s because my life revolves around technology, like my work and all that. Phone. And so I think that I would just be, I would be
ahead of the game.
Confused, but we wouldn't have any of it. So I think that I would have to find a new job and all that. I don't know, but
there was something.
This doesn't pertain to what
you guys won't be able to relate to
but
this at all, but there is something, I don't know, so satisfying about nobody knowing exactly where you are. I'll never forget.
Yeah,
so I took my first big internship between my 5th year and 6th year of college, but I drove out west to do play-by-play in Elkhart, Kansas. And I remember the route I took, I went through Little Rock, Arkansas to Oklahoma City to Elkhart. And I just remember being on those back roads and I'm like, nobody in the world except me knows where I am.
I remember when we were driving back from Tuscaloosa last year after, y'all did a show down there.
No, I think it was me and you.
Yeah.
That was after the last call with Ashley Smith.
Okay, yeah. That, and you told me that. I think it's the same trip you're talking about because you're like, I had a pager. And I was like, what in the world?
No, I had a pager first year at Jocks.
No, not a pager. What? It was something to where you were driving and you're like, my mom and my girlfriend, like, they could send me something, but like, I might not.
No. So when I left to go to LA shortly after that, so I came back my 6th year. So me and a guy named Jeff Clanton works for Birmingham Mountain Radio now. We went out to LA, we were roommates, and we followed each other out to LA and we had walkie-talkies.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because we have cell phones.
That's fun.
So we would talk to each other on the walkie-talkie. Hey, you want to get something to eat? You want to stop here? Where should we sleep tonight? That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Where should we sleep
tonight? It was pretty crazy.
What are y'all's opinion on like tracking?
Tracking people?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Like
in what
like sharing locations?
Sharing locations, but I don't know.
I think it's, and this is going to sound so self-serving, but like my kids, I want to know where they are, which probably isn't fair, because I don't think my kids necessarily need to know where I am.
But you want to.
But I really don't have a problem with it now. Like, so I would give them my locations. I hate that we have to keep up with everybody like that. Mm-hmm. Like, I think it is very invasive. But at the same time, like, your worst fear is being kidnapped.
Right. So
yours is up there, right?
I
think I still have your locations. I've never looked at them.
Well, that's like when I was on the way home, like I would be on the way home from, I think it was like a game or something. Like I will share my location with legitimately anyone because
I made you one night because you were in an Uber.
Yeah.
I think that's what it was.
And like Ubering by yourself or like anything like that.
Yeah, like whenever I'm with you guys and I'm like, make sure you text me when you get home.
And I'm so bad about that.
Which he's very good at it.
Thank you.
You are.
I never do because I get home, then I'm like, okay, I'm going to take a shower, and then I'm going to do and then it's 3 hours later and I'm like,
Well, my parents didn't track me. They're like very against it because my mom's like kind of Amish. Not really, but like she's.
No, I feel that. We were meeting with a client one time and I'll let you finish your story, and he was like, I just put my daughter on Life 360, and I'm like,
that's a lot. Life 360 is crossing boundaries.
And I was like, I just don't know if I agree with that. And then the older my daughter got, I was like, ooh.
Right. So I had to text them, and we're kind of getting off the topic of the Mystery Fifth Hour, but I had to text them when I got home or when I got to places. And so like, even if I'm like that's still a habit in me. Like I'll text you like, oh, like I'm here. So like, I feel like I'm good about doing that with y'all, but I think this is the thing. It's a really good thing. And I like share my locations with like all my friends. But I think when it's weaponized is when it gets really creepy and like really messed up.
I mean, I think I don't really care if anyone knows where I will let anyone see my location. I really don't care. But my issue was when I was in high school still, like right when I started driving, I would drive to soccer practice and my parents would say, text us when you get there. And I would never do it. And then I would have practice for an hour and a half. And the whole time they're like, hello,
are you there?
And I don't look at my phone. And so that was when they were like, okay, just share your location. In high school, it's a little different because I feel like that's when you're like,
Debaucherous.
Yeah, but
You're in the woods.
But you can tell a toxic or a toxic relationship if guy and girl are following each other's locations and it's all they do.
Yes.
One of my friends, her most used app used to be Find My Friends, and I was like, you are a psychopath.
Wow.
Yeah.
But
So she would just be sitting there seeing where everybody else
yeah,
is.
just cuz.
And I had a friend like that, and it was to the point where I was like, you're weird. You're sitting at home, and you're like,
how did you know I'm at home?
Tabs. Yeah. No, because I'd walk in and like.
If you really want to know where I am, ask me where I am.
I like it when people, like, if someone says that they're on the way to get me or something like that.
And I'm like, okay,
then
let's
I'll
see.
See, I don't know. Like, my parents live like 25 minutes away. If they're on the way, I'll look and see. But I don't have a problem with it. And I've never had a bad experience with it. But I also don't really have any, like, I don't really have anything to hide.
Yeah, I used to be a little sketchier than I am now. So there's probably a time that I would be like, I really don't want to share location. I don't give a shit now.
I don't even,
I'm like you now.
I like my
and I think that is
and
really, really, I think it's awesome that you're your age and you would share locations with everybody. Because most people
kind of
wouldn't.
do. A lot of people, I think.
I think I'm going to check. I think I've got your location.
How many locations? And then we'll wrap. But how many people on Find My Friends do we all have, Rocky?
I don't know. My phone.
I have 0. I don't do the Find My Friends thing.
My phone. I don't have.
I don't know how to do that.
11.
Tracker.
2 of them. One of them is my sister-in-law, which is very helpful.
And would you, if I'm on there, would it notify me that EG has not allowed me to follow her anymore? Like, will it tell me, like, if like I want to know your location, can you turn me off?
Oh yeah, I could.
wow.
I would be like, I don't want to share my location with you.
Hey Taylor, you are at the Blue Lake building.
Yeah.
That is.
I still have you. Yeah.
It's so interesting. Like, okay, one of my friends, she's in Portal, Georgia right now. Athens, Savannah, Tallahassee, Statesboro, Ackworth, Woodstock. Another person, Athens.
Yeah. I don't know. I kind of have a lot of people on there, but it doesn't, that's not something that bothers me. I do think that the Life 360 thing is, like, that is just too much, because it's like your top speed, if your phone's about to die, like your phone battery percentage, how, you drove from here to here, and it will literally, like, show a map. I think that that's just too much. I'm like, I get if you know where I am, but if you're going to be texting me that I was going 6 miles over the speed limit, like, that's a little much.
Yeah, so that's good, because there are parents out there that like want to hear what their kids are doing, want to see what their kids are doing.
You don't, but like, do you really want to know?
That's some weird shit to me.
Yeah,
I think the best is, and this is what my parents told me, you have our complete trust until you break it. And once you break it, it's over.
I get that. Yeah, I mean, if I need to monitor you for a reason, something you've done, I get it.
Yeah. All right, that is Mystery Fifth Hour.
2-1-3 on that one.
Yeah. Presented by McCurry. Need a car, van, or truck? Rent from McCurry. McCurry Van and Car Rental is the local rental company you can depend on. They have all kinds of vehicles to choose from, including trucks, SUVs, and passenger vans. Make it easy to rent, helping you get in and out fast. Now with locations in Athens, Muscle Shoals, Huntsville, and in Coleman on 2nd Avenue, and coming soon to Tuscaloosa. Call and reserve your rental today, 256-559-1003, or visit McCurryRentals.com. I'm Emily Grace.
Hey.
Lance. Rocky, and Taylor.
All right, y'all have a good something.
Yep.
Something.